the best response you can have to a payoff in a thriller is someone goes, "Oh, right, I forgot. Of course, I should have."
On Story offers a look inside the creative process from today's leading writers, creators, and filmmakers. All of our content is recorded live at Austin Film Festival and our year-round events. To view previous episodes, visit onstory.tv. On Story is brought to you in part by the Alice Clayburgh Reynolds Foundation, a Texas family providing innovative funding since 1979. From Austin Film Festival, this is On Story, a look inside the creative process from today's leading writers, creators, and filmmakers. This week's On Story, screenwriter of the sci-fi hit Arrival, Eric Heisserer.
I had devoured about half the book, and I had to stop at Story of Your Life because it emotionally wrecked me. Like, I had this weird mix of just like feeling uplifted and hopeful and also completely shattered. And just put it down and went out and hugged everybody within walking distance and just was like, wow. And then sat back down and thought, how can I torture a greater audience with this?
In this episode, Eric Heisserer talks about working with director Denis Villeneuve and the challenges of writing a cerebral sci-fi story about love and loss.
Memory is a strange thing. It doesn't work like I thought it did. We are so bound by time, by its order. Come back to me. I remember moments in the middle.
I love you. I hate you!
And this was the end.
Can you come back to me?
But now I'm not so sure I believe in beginnings and endings. There are days that define your story beyond your life, like the day they arrived.
What I love about this opening here is that not only is it beginnings are endings and endings are beginnings, but it also kind of conjures up that notion that the past is prologue. And so you really set us up to feel that this has happened, and now I'm going to tell you a story.
I knew that I wanted to make this first and foremost a story about Louise and about this relationship to her daughter, and that the second tier is the visitation, and I also didn't want to build the story as like a Usual Suspects Kaiser Soze reveal of aha, now the magic trick. I wanted to be able to tell the audience the entire story in the first few minutes or in the first couple of pages, in at least the emotional part of it. So everyone was on board with that. Yeah.
I was wondering, the voiceover seems extremely specific. It's one of the few times where when I was looking at this, I feel like the words are very, very carefully chosen.
I did. I got very specific and made sure that everybody understood why those words were so important. It's easier when your film is about language and communication to be picky about those things. I've tried to be like that in other movies, and they're like, "Shut up, writer." Like, calm down, Shakespeare. Like I've gotten that from everybody else, but here, especially with the producers, the Dan's, they were very attentive, and they're like, yeah, we get it, and they just plugged into it right away and understood what we were trying to accomplish. Well, I I had bumped into Ted Chiang online. A friend sent me a link to a story that was published in its entirety on an online science fiction zine, and it was the story Understand. And I devoured that, and my mind was blown away at the end of it. I thought, this guy can write. Oh my God, what else has he done? And discovered the collection, Stories of Your Life, on Amazon, and I just instant buyed it, you know. Probably is procrastination from writing on something. I was just like, I'll do this instead.